just a purpose, a way, the point of all of this. You know, and when you see something like your best friend, the love of your life, go through this, and you become so close with them, so close, you know, just, I think that's the most beautiful thing ever. It's the purest, most lasting, most beautiful, real thing on earth as a living being. And I think humans are probably the you know, can experience that intention and that love, you know, better than any other living thing on the planet. And it feels like that's what God is, just this intention for the way, what we're supposed to get while we're here, what we're supposed to look for, what we're supposed to tune into, is that underlying intention behind all living things that is just incredible bond that you can have. And if you allow yourself to be with someone, and if you're lucky enough, you find someone, and you make it through all the ups and downs, and you stick with each other, and you stay loyal to each other, and you get to a point where you know there's no doubt that's the only person for you, and that you are soulmates, if that's the word, that you were meant to find each other and live life with each other. And that's how I felt with Rachael. And in the end, man, you know, it just grows. The bond grows and grows until I really felt like I could speak for her. She trusted me to speak for her. She could speak for me. I trusted her to make decisions for me. And it was reciprocal, you know. I think we ended up on this very same page. Just my dreams and her individual dreams became our dreams. You know, I think in losing your individuality, and sharing it with somebody else is just, it's incredible. Like it's the reason why we're here, is that love. And you know, no matter what you have financially, material things that you have, in the end, none of those things matter. None of those things matter. They won't carry any real weight when you're on your last days. They won't make much of a difference in your life. And the thing that does make a difference is the time you've spent with the people that care about you, and being close to people, and loving someone, loving your family, and that carries, and that means everything in your last days. It means everything. And I think that's the closest I've ever felt like witnessing what God is. I'm not religious. I never have been. I've been cynical, if anything, doubtful. And it's funny when you lose somebody. At age 34, Rachael, of all the bad things I've done in my life, and to have her be the one who's forced to go through all this pain and all this suffering, and then die at age 34, it's awful. It feels like if the world was just, it would be me. And you know, I think the mistake could be allowing myself to be angry and feel like there is no point and there's no God, because if God would never allow this, and there, we are just here, and it's all a coincidence, and the universe is cruel and random. But I've felt a little bit like I've been angry, but after having time to reflect, and going through those days where I was so present, my alertness was so high, and that's why my memory is so sharp. In reference to those days, I'm not good at remembering numbers or dates or things like that, but I can remember moments and sentiments like they were yesterday. And the hardest thing for me now is after you've experienced that the highest, in my opinion, the highest level of bliss that you can find is that bond you have with that person. It just feels like nothing else. No other experience in your life can duplicate that. I think it's the only commodity that lasts. It's the only commodity in this world that is truly valuable, and is something that you can leave behind. Of course you can leave behind your estate, or if you have made a lot of money, and sure, that helps people, but that your loved ones that are left behind. But in actuality, in reality, the thing you want to leave behind is the love that you've given people, you've shared with people, the way you've treated people. That's the stuff that carries. That's the stuff that can't die, because you pass that down to those people that you love, that spirit of yours, and it rubs off on people, and they carry it with them after you're gone, and it becomes part of their personality and part of their makeup, part of their foundation. I mean, Rachael changed me to the core. I am by any means, I am not as righteous as Rachael was. I don't think, but man, she really did instill some serious foundational values, core beliefs, morals, a way of being, a way of thinking, a way of seeing other people. That's her, and that's in me. It's very much a part of me, and always will be till the day I die. So the people that I love and care about, hopefully, will absorb some of that coming from me, and in that way, Rachael just continues. She lives on and on and on, and I think that goes for anyone who's special in your life, who passes away. The only thing that lasts forever, not money, not items or keepsakes, the only thing that can carry on and live forever is their spirit, and their spirit inside of the people that they loved and they spent time with. And really it's infinite, and I think that's God. And I think that spirit, that beautiful thing that has infinite life is, I think that's the intention of this world, and I think God is that intention. And I think it existed before the universe existed. I think there was a moment where there was an intention, this subtle intention for all things, and boom, and the world became. So I do feel like I've witnessed what God is, and now the hard thing now is going back to a normal life. Like, especially if your job doesn't mean much to you. It's just so hard to go back to just a regular life of folding laundry, paying bills, and going to the grocery store and clocking in and out. All that shit means nothing now to me. It really is just really hard to do, because I'm longing for that meaningful purpose, that beautiful place that I was in with her. I'm longing for that. I'm trying to find out. I feel like I'm wasting time. I'm getting older, and I'm just trying to, maybe I'm not trying hard enough, but I really need to find something that resembles those days, that I can live my life around. Whether it's nursing or caring for sick people, or that's what it is. That's what I want. That's what I'm craving, to be fighting for someone who's sick and needs me. I think I would be happy in that. But when you go back to just a normal life, you just feel like I feel like Rachael could be forgotten. And if I'm in the right environment as a nurse or a caretaker, I can really share her story and share the things that I learned and the things that I picked up while caring for her. And it would feel like a more direct way of carrying on Rachael's legacy. So I don't know. I just felt like talking about that today. I know it's been a while, and I know probably nobody listens to these podcasts, but just getting it out there and knowing it exists somewhere that possibly someone could listen to, it feels good. So, that's it for today. I miss her. It gets harder, man. It gets harder as the months go on. The longer you are without that person, it just gets harder. She brought so much laughter to everyone's life. So I think we're all missing those laughs, All right, that's it. Thank you for listening if you have. And if you're going through something similar, you have gone through something similar, or you know somebody who is, just know you're not alone. And my email, my contact info is usually linked in with either Spreaker, or I think these go right up to YouTube. And I'm not sure what other podcast platforms it gets shared on these days, but I do know it goes to YouTube, and I do know it's available to find on Spreaker. So you can always contact me and let me know you listened, or make a comment. And if you're going through something similar, I would just love to hear from you. It just brings a lot of joy to find someone who's in need and try to help them. And yeah. All right, thanks.